Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States in Little Hickville, Belfair, Washington. Yes, so this is January 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 7. That means we have passed 5. So I will not show you everything that comes in the kit. We are moving on. Yes, so today is a Tuesday, the day you are seeing this. That means that this video will air on the 28th, and this is also the day I get my injections done in my back, providing that my hubby can get me to the neurologist, since I just had knee surgery the day before, though not the day I'm recording this. Kind of funny, isn't it? Yes, prep work. So let's take a look at what the kit was. The kit was called and is called Hearts for You January 2025. So you could have made 3 of this card, 3 of this card, and 3 of this card. You would have gotten 9 real red envelopes that have little diagonal stripes on the outside and a white label that is made onto the envelope. This is not a sticker. On the back here, you will see a QR code that will lead you to a video to show you how to put this kit together as it was designed, a visual of everything in the kit, and then it lists the coordinating colors. Now over here, this QR code would lead you to how to purchase the add-on kit called Spring is in the Air, and this is what it looks like. It's a set of 5 dies. These 2 will have an image that coordinates with them, and I don't know what those are, and I'm not sure, but anybody but who works with Stampin' Up! Knows. At the actual company, not just a demonstrator. I have used these hearts so far. Last month I used the heart, the bee, the honeycomb, and the hearts. So that being said, we're going to move on from that. You've seen the dies. Let's take a look at the stamps. So the stamps is, you have my heart, this heart, that heart, love, celebrate you, you're my favorite, you, and this little leaf. So what do we have today? I think I'm going to leave this in my notebook, actually. That's a good spot for it. So, oh, I get to write down, I forgot to write down, card base from the kit. So we are using this card base with the little hearts. It's a basic white card base is what I'm going for. We're going to be covering the hearts as this one is meant to be landscape and I want a portrait card. So layer number 1 is from the Country Bouquet Retired Suite. This layer number 1 layer has these little red with little white hearts, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. If you do not have this DSP, guys, any Valentine's DSP, or you could use the inside part of one of the envelopes. I'm looking for an envelope. I have one here. It's with stuff. I'm going to cover this cute little box. You see the inside of the envelope here. You could use it and forgo the little hearts, or you could emboss little hearts in white embossing powder on it. So there are options. You could also use other, look, this would be cute. So this is some of that, look at that, that would be cute. I mean, there are options, so don't be afraid to mix and match products. Okay, just my take on it. So next layer, I'm talking about mixing and matching. So this is Stampin' Up. The card base is Stampin' Up. This little piece is not Stampin' Up, right? This is some of that DSP that I got with my Aunt Carol in mine. So this is 2 3/4 by 5. Now what I did here, you could make your own. Let me show you. So I did go and I went to the store and I got $1.75. This is called the Classic Stripes. This is a Stampin' Up one. I did clean it up. It cleaned up okay. It still has some staining on it. But you see how it's got stripes? So you could take a piece of white cardstock, stamp these in either real red or pretty in pink, and then maybe do a little stamping with a little floral stamp. Now here is a little stamp that has hearts and flowers to recreate this. Let me show you where that's from. It was with this. It's not, oh, that's because it's with the little candy box. Yes, it's right here. See the little hearts and flower image? January 2021's Paper Pumpkins sending hearts. Those are out for a reason. Okay, so there are ways to recreate things. I'm trying to give you options if you do not have something similar. The idea with this is that that pink and the red and the white, that all kind of ties together. So that's the look of it. I like the stripes. Guys, I'm using what I have on hand to make this kit last. I am using one of those red hearts for the next layer. Then I got into my scrap bits. So here is a piece of vellum, which is 7/8 of an inch by like 5.5. And then this is a rectangle sentiment strip from December 2024's Paper Pumpkin kit. We're going to use it on this kit. And do you see the stickers? Yes, we have some of those real lovely rose stickers, which I did go to the dollar store. They didn't have any more of these, so this is all I have. They didn't have any more. So I'm going to use some pink roses. Now, if you have any other flowers would work. Stickers would work. Let me show you. Okay. Alrighty. Stickers. I found these at Hobby Lobby. These are pressed floral sticker packs. Look at those. You could use sticker packs. Here's an ephemera sticker pack. I couldn't pass those up, guys. Ephemera. So, ideas, right? So, there are choices. You could also do a pink butterfly. I did at the dollar store grab some more butterflies because they're so pretty, and these go really nice and flat, but sadly these don't have the colors to go on this card. So, oh, wait. Look at these. Oh, these are going to go with that candy thing. Found these at the dollar store, and I purposely took the package that was broken because I'm like, oh, I can use that. We have 3 sizes, and look, they have glitter just like the ones that came with the kit. Okay, for $1.25, guys, cheap thrills, because oh, I thought, oh my goodness, the hearts for my off with our head thing, these are going to go good, but these will also go good with the little candy box. All right, sorry, cheap thrills, I know, for $1.25. So let's get started making this card. We are using the Country Bouquet stamp set. Let me add that. Extra stamp set. Country Bouquet retired. Let me move this aside. Got my my daughter was getting rid of her Carhartt jacket here that I loved so much. I remember when she brought this home many moons ago. She was like, I said, oh, it's for me. It's purple. She's like, no, Mom, that's for me. So the other day she was going through her clothes and she was going to get rid of it. She's like, Mom, do you want this now? I'm like, yes. So we are going to be back to this. This, guys, I really like. So again, we're going to be, just wanted to say, I love that we are friends, and you don't have to use Happy Valentine's Day, but we are, because it just really goes with it on the inside. So, ooh, pardon my wrench. I keep saying, ooh, I'm a gorilla, right? Sorry. Stamp and Pierce mat. I didn't have myself together. My mailing has gone out for February, because I didn't do a mailing in January. I just didn't have it together. I'm going to take a sip here. So I had a very interesting day, everybody. Interesting to say the least. My daughter and I did today. So we were out and about. It was Lucy's day at therapy, and let's see, I've got all of my little goodies. We're going to start with stamping our sentiment on our little rectangle piece here. So if you don't have, let me tell you, this is 3/4 of an inch by like 3. It's just shy of 3. Now, the other day I told you that my husband replaced the starter on her car. Hank helped. He was so excited to tell his mom that he helped. Ooh, that came out beautiful. It just did. We're going to set that aside. So we're going, and then she didn't want Lucy to do water therapy. They did laser therapy on her little front paws. And hold on, I'm looking for the envelope. Yes. So we're going to do something different on this one. So car starts after therapy. I'm like, she's like, you know, Mom, she wants to shave Lucy's front legs. Do I want this? I want this in the center. Told you I wanted to do something a little different. I still have to think about it though. And I said, okay. She's like, well, I forgot to bring my grooming stuff home. You know, do you mind if I go and instead of bringing my grooming stuff home, I'll just go to the salon and groom her there. She's like, do you mind waiting? I'm like, no, you know, I'll hang around your store for a while. I ain't doing nothing. So we get there. Everything's great. We go. That car, guys, would not start. Refused to start. We had nice gentlemen trying to help us get her to pop start the clutch, because, you know, it's a manual transmission and all. Nothing have it. Tried to jump start it. That didn't work either. We tried lots of stuff. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. So we get it to the other side of the parking lot. Yes, I'm having fun, right? I just am. That's just the flap of that. Look how fun that is. All right, so we get it to the other side of the parking lot, and we're sitting there, and I call my hubby up, and if you know my hubby, he loves to tell you he ain't coming to save you. Oh yeah. He will tell you the whole way. He'll tell you he ain't coming, and he's on his way. So he's like, nope, you girls can hoof it home. Find another ride. And Justice and I are rolling our eyes. We all know that he's coming to save us. But he's going to just give us a hard time. But literally, my husband comes, and he is there less than 60 seconds, and he has her car started. And he just shakes his head. You know, he's got his little toolbox. He brings his, you know, his tool case. That's for things like this. And he's shaking his head. And my daughter's sitting in my car now. And she's sitting because he couldn't drive his car. He had to drive my car because we had Lucy with us. We needed a bigger car. And we're sitting in there freezing, warming up, and he's doing something, and she's like, Mom, the battery, the cables, the things on the battery, nobody checked those. What if that's all it was? Dad is going to kill us. She's shaking her head. And when the car starts, she's like, Mom. And I can see my husband just shaking his head. And I say husband now because I know he's going to let us, you know, we're going to hear about this. Anyways, that's our adorable envelope. So, yes. And my daughter, she gets out and her dad's like, how many guys did you say were looking at your car? She's like, Dad, we tried. We really did try, Dad. He's like, I'll follow you home. And, but as we get home, we are coming into Gorst. There has to be a goober in here. I can tell the story now, right? And we're coming into Gorst to the light, turning to get onto Highway 3, and her car dies. She loses power. And so, thank goodness we're behind her. We stick on the hazard lights, and there's not a goober in there. And there's not a goober in there. That's the end of the story. No. So, my husband has to get out of my car. And he has to, you know, push her car over to the right lane, off to the side. And a nice gentleman comes over and he helps him push it. And they get it around the corner and they pop the clutch, whatever they're doing to get it going. And my husband gets in that car. He drives that car. He gets it all the way home. Now, yes, the car is fixed. I don't know what was up with the car. I don't know if he had to go put an alternator, but we all stayed well clear of my husband after this. My daughter and I, we stayed well clear of him. Because he just was shaking his head. So I followed them all the way home. But you know, my daughter later told me, she's like, Dad made me watch YouTube videos on how to check the connectors on the battery and this all the way home. I just laughed. I laughed. I said, Justice, honey. I said, she's like, he told me I should quit my job and go learn how to become a mechanic because we all need some help. I said, that's okay. I said, on the way to up until we got to Gorse, he kept telling me that I needed to go to school to become a mechanic too, that one day we would be without him. And I said, no, honey, that's not going to happen. Don't you feel needed? We needed you today. And I said, that's why we have Hank. You need to teach Hank. And then when something happens to you, we will have Hank. And he just shook his head. He's like, oh no. He's like, I am trying to teach Hank, but Hank's only 11 years old. Oh, so my poor husband, he just, oh, I forgot I wanted to wrap that around there. So guess what? We get to cut this to 3 3/4, which just won't get wrapped around because I was talking and, oh, but isn't that pretty? I think I love it. I love that this layer goes right to the top. So let's just cut this to 3 3/4 and we just won't have it. Let's try not to dip it in the real red. Let's see. Don't ask me why I wanted to turn it around and cut it, but I do. Not 4 3/4, 3 3/4. So that was our adventures today. So I didn't get to my stamp room till way late in the day. And here I am finally. My daughter was like, you want to watch a movie? And I said, no, I have some work to do. Later on this evening, we can watch a movie. Today. Later. But I do know he fixed her car because it got driven back up the hill, the driveway. And it's there. Either that or he's waiting on a part because it could be her like alternator. He replaced the starter, which yes, we know the starter was bad. Because he took it apart and some of the, I don't know, the brush thingies or whatever that's called. Yeah. Was missing some teeth or whatever he called it. He was showing Hank and he kept the core so him and Hank can, whatever one part is, you can buy a separate piece. I don't, you know, I'm not, guys, mechanically inclined. I am not. That's why I told him, teach Hank. You know, if something ever happens to you, we have a backup. We have a backup plan. It's called H-A-N-K. Hank. My son is not mechanically inclined. He calls Dad. My poor hubby. If we can't call Dad, we call Ken next door. They're both mechanically inclined. Well, one is the professional mechanic. Thank goodness, though, Hank does like to learn things like that. So, my husband can teach him. All of these for this little old piece of vellum. Yes, because then I can put the same amount on the back of the vellum to stick it to the card. I don't want it going anywhere. But that was our adventures today. And dear old Lucy, she was such a trooper after her therapy. You know, the vet's like, you know, we really don't, because Justice told her, you know, do you think it's okay if I take her and, you know, salon and have a salon day? And she's like, you're not doing, what all are you going to do? She really needs to rest. Justice is like, oh, you know, I just want to take her and shave her legs so she can go in the water tank. Lucy, by the way, is a doodle. And all legs, telling you the dog has legs and fluffy fur. I mean, fur coming out of her legs everywhere. When she goes in the water, it just is the coldness. Justice doesn't want her getting wet. So Lucy's next appointment, she will go in the water tank. And Lucy, being a doodle, you would think the dog would love water, but she doesn't. She is paranoid of the water. But with my daughter, she's much better. I've taken her when my daughter couldn't, and oh, she doesn't do well. And we've decided that that is not a good thing. We need Lucy to, you know, want to do work in the water tank, especially with what they're doing, because I had to call it like at 2.5 minutes, which was really short, and I was like, no, which I love her vet there, because, you know, she always says, if you think, you know, because my daughters had to call it too, said, no, you know, Lucy's just having too much of a freak out. And you just call it and she'll be like, okay, that's good. So it looks like I didn't quite get that centered, but that's okay. That's what it's going to be. And we have the gorgeous roses. Now, for me, my mother used to tell me, don't say the word hate. Hate used to be one of the worst things you could say around my parents. I don't know if any of you had parents like that. Hate was a 4-letter word, a bad 4-letter word. In fact, I remember me and my brother getting into it because we were the closest in age. And we were real little. I'm talking probably, I want to say 7 and 6. And we were yelling, I hate you, I hate you. And oh my goodness, we got sent into the corner. And my mother told us, you wait until your father comes home. Anybody ever hear those words? You wait until your father comes home? And we knew we had been warned many a times not to use the word hate. And my mother was not joking. So, yes, hate, not a good word. She's like, you can say you don't like all you want, but the word hate you cannot say. And I think more the punishment was sitting there in opposite corners. Couldn't talk to each other. Oh no. It was too late for the apologies at that point to one another. It was more torturous to let us sit there wondering what our father was going to do. And what did our father do? He came in. Why did your mother have to wait till I came home? You know better. And then, of course, we went to bed without any dinner. Oh, so traumatic, right? That's basically what ended up happening. That was it. But it was more of a mental thing with us. We could use some of those little hearts that I know we have the little pink hearts, which would be really cute from the kit. Where did I put those? Those would be darling. Yes, they would. Let me find them. Okay, let's see. See how cute. Oh, yes. Cannot not use those because those are just too cute. Are they too small? We're going to put one in that corner. And one down in this corner. That's how quick and easy that card is, except for the inside, guys. So the inside, we have to make it as interesting as we did the outside, but let's put the tip on that for now. So just wanted to say I love that we are friends, and I closed up the ink pad. So that did not ink up all the way. Bring it down here. Okay, I cannot see the white on white with that. Sometimes it makes it to where I can't tell if my stamps are straight. And then Happy Valentine's Day. You could do You Have My Heart, but I like this choice better. And then we're going to use these because it ties in with what we did on the envelope. And this little heart. Cute, cute, cute as a button. I love it. So, oh, look at how fun that was. Oh, you know what? No, I was like, we need to stamp some more over there. But we don't. Really, really cute card. This is why so much, to kind of go with how much is on this piece of DSP. But isn't that just sweet with the roses? And I like, it's not too out there as far as dimension wise. I don't think so. But it is sweet. And it's a simple one. It's an easy thing. Now for flowers, guys, I showed you those sticker packs that I got. But there are a lot of floral images that you could choose from. I'm just choosing something that's quick and simple to use. So don't be afraid to mix things. Don't be afraid to use stickers. I am using stuff that I have on hand. And that goes with the color combination. If I had purple DSP, which I think I can get up into my 6x6 DSP and maybe pull out some purple and do something with purple. I'll show you some other little stickers, pieces like this, and maybe I'll do a purple one next. Themed, because it doesn't have to be, you know, red and white, and we'll see what we come up with. And I'll be using one of these card bases, because just because it has those hearts, you see that I covered them up and you wouldn't even know that they were underneath that. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I thank you so much for letting me come into your home and share my love of paper crafting. I love doing this. I feel much more relaxed after all that stuff that happened today. You know, you just got to take a deep breath and go with it. It's just how it is. It can be stressful in the moment. But my daughter and I are very thankful for my husband that he is mechanically inclined, because we really would be up the creek without a paddle if it wasn't for him. We are fortunate. And blessed in many ways, but I know that I personally am in this moment because I am here sharing my love of paper crafting with you. Thank you, and please come back and join me in my wonderland. Bye bye for now, everybody.